Good morning, friends. This is your Speakeasy Spoken English teacher, Dr. Judith Singh, here with another video. And this is how to ace an interview by targeting a few questions about what to say and what not to say at an interview. Please watch the video till the end so that you will get all the points to ace that interview, which is coming up shortly. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my videos because there are a lot of ones on spoken English, grammar, and how to ace your speaking skills as well. So please do subscribe to the channel and check out all the videos which I have on the subject to help you. Acing job interviews, what to say and what to avoid saying. Never say, I do not have any questions at the end of the interview. Say, I have a couple of questions. What particular points do I need to target about this position? Whom do I report to? What were the reports of the past year in my particular department? Is there a predecessor report that I can consult to find out where exactly the department is headed till now? Never say I have no weaknesses. When you say I have no weaknesses, that means you are not really you consider yourself a superpower and they don't look on that very favorably. They feel that that's a proud egotistical statement. So say, I have a habit of expecting perfection in execution of all tasks, personally for myself as well as from members of my team. And very often this can be as a weakness because the team members sometimes resent having to work in a very demanding kind of a schedule. Here we are supposed to do the work, and when you are doing the work you have to get these members of your team to work efficiently to get the work done on time. And if they go complaining behind your back because they don't like it, then that creates a big problem all around. So that is why it is important to ask this and make this clear at the outset itself. Then you can say, I find it difficult to say no, and resultantly, I get an overload of work. Very often, this happens because uh, they always look out, the administration is always on the lookout for workers who will work extra, and uh, they are the ones who get overburdened. They are the donkeys who are overladen with work. You think that you're helping the organization and you're doing a good thing, but then it ends up that you get all the overload of work and there are others who are shirking it off and getting away scot free. So that should not happen. I always help out my colleagues and then I can't keep my own deadlines. Make this also very clear. Third, never use the words I was asked to leave my last job. Never use this. Even if you were asked to leave for some reason, never say this. You can say, I got a more lucrative offer that I could not refuse. Okay? And that could be upgrading your skills or attending some courses which involved a sabbatical from your work. Then you can also say, I took a sabbatical to attend a course which I thought was necessary to enhance my profile. Never ask outright, what is the salary that I can expect? That seems a little bit crude and rude. And the organization does not really appreciate that. They find that, it's like, she's only involved or she's only interested in the money behind the job offer. So let us not, I know that money is a main reason to get the job and to work over there, but don't make it like the first thing that you consider. Instead say this, what are the benefits and perks of this role? What is the precise package we are looking at on a monthly basis? Or I need a roundup of the perks that go with this job. Fifth, never admit to being underqualified. Instead say, I look forward to facing new and complex challenges that this role is offering. And I am a fast learner and can prove myself in the coming time. Or I look forward to new challenges and upgrading to meet the new requirements of this particular offer. Then don't ask, when do I get promotions and incentives? Instead say, what kind of career growth does this profile offer? What are the incentives and perks in the near future that I can look forward to? Now, remember that whenever you go for a job, they are looking out for an individual who will go the extra mile with them. Go the extra mile, but within limits. It's not that going for the extra mile is that you are getting the overload like a donkey, and other people are getting the same salary, but they're not working that hard. So just make a wise uh, statement at your interview that yes, I am ready to work extra when the job requirement requires, like when you have the NAC uh, inspection due, or when you have a particular conference coming up, then you work extras, and then you work extras even without any extra remuneration. That is the extra which you do for your organization and your institution. And then the institution also should realize that these people are going the extra mile with them, so we should give them some extra incentives. This is something which the administrators should take very seriously, because this is a very mm, prominent part of the HR, that you are supporting your staff who are very qualified and who you need to depend on them to carry you through in your day to day work at the administrative and the curriculum level. So I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Motivational Muse, and this one, Speakeasy Spoken English. Thank you.